Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got. That starts on Tuesday, January the 28th. It goes to next Tuesday, February the 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. Alright, we got some good ones here. Now, I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. I give different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome. The great comments and tips are greatly appreciated. Okay, I did re-roll one here. It was collect 2,500 caps. And I got this one here instead, scrap a pipe gun. Now, I will still kind of go over and talk about how to collect caps in the game. Again, there is a couple of ways we can do it. I would say one of the best ways is to complete quests and events, okay? And even if you join a team with another player for casual or events, you'll gain a little bit of caps that way from your team members completing quests and events as well. All right. Another way to do it is if you have the option available on the season. So on this current season 19 season pass, we can claim 5,000 caps here. I think a little bit further down is the same 5,000 caps. Oh, maybe they took that one away. But that is a good way. We have done that one before. The main thing you got to remember, how's this one right here? The main thing you got to remember is you got to have the caps available. So in this case, it's 2,500. But if you take a look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see I am just a little over 39,000. So everyone's max is 40,000. So I wouldn't be able to do that particular daily until I was able to make room for the 2,500 caps. Okay, so I'd have to go out buy a bunch of stuff that I don't need, etc., etc. And I wasn't really prepared to do that. Okay, so that's why I decided to reroll. Okay. Another thing you can do is enemies will drop weapons and armor. Now, of course, that's been significantly reduced since the December 3rd, 2024 update. But a real good spot here is in Welsh, where we have mole miners. So they have the gauntlets, shotguns, missile launchers, and we have a train station just nearby. So you don't have to worry about being overweight. You can just walk right next to it. And very similar up here in the Morgantown Airport. I get a bunch of scores. We get some weapons. Again, there's a lot of pipe weapons and kind of like real cheap melee weapons, I should say. You don't get a whole lot of caps up here, but you definitely get caps that way. But I would say one of the best ways is, as I mentioned, claim it off the current season 19 season pass or complete events and quests. You can do it that way as well. I just want to quickly kind of go over it still. All right, let's take a look here. So we did complete one, as you saw during our daily challenge video, which I made just before this one. Craft any Flair at a Tinkerer's Bench 3. So we can buy flares in the atomic shop when they pop up once in a while. They usually pop up for about 250 atoms by themselves, and sometimes they are bundled. Now, I didn't see anything in there this week, but we have definitely seen them in there in previous weeks. And when I usually see it there, I'll usually make mention during our atomic shop weekly update video, just an FYI. Now, there are a couple of events that we can do here in game today that will give us a flare plan. And one spot is up here at the Middle Mountain Pit Stop. It's called Safe and Sound. And right down here, Sacramento Glade, is called Beast of Burden. And you do have a chance to get a flare plan. And when Mothman Equinox pops up, certain events like that, of course not nowadays, but when Mothman Equinox events does come back, we do have a chance to get a flare plan there as well. And to craft a flare, you go right to a Tinker's Workbench, which is over here. And you go craft. Go down here to souvenirs. And this is where you craft your flares, you craft your beer steins, and you craft your plushies, okay? So all you do is you just craft your 3, just like that. It'll be done. So when you saw me do that in the last video, the daily challenge video we just made just before this one, you would have saw we would have got credit for it, okay? And most flares will only cost you plastic. Sometimes they do cost plastic and steel, but most of them just plastic alone. Now, when you do craft them that way, there's not a whole lot you can do with them. So if you have them right in your inventory here, if you can't, you can't equip it, okay? And if you try to drop it, it just destroys itself, so you can't give it to anyone else. So the only thing you can do is you can put it in a display. So if you go to your build menu, you go under displays, we do have a couple of Flair displays here. These are just 2 examples, okay? And again, all you do is just transfer. You put your 3-ball Flair there, and look at that, we got 2 of them there now, so that's pretty awesome, okay? Now, if you're looking to get a Flair on your backpack, I'm just kind of adding this in, okay, because I know I'm going to be asked the question. That's a totally different way altogether, okay? So you actually have to do that at your armor workbench. If I can get in my trailer here. There we go. And we're going to go modify/repair. We go into our backpack. And as you can see, there are 2 mod slots here for flares, and this is where you'll change your flare. And again, it's the same requirements for plastic. As you can see how it's being changed, and that's how you would do that for your backpack. Totally different altogether. Okay, pretty cool. What is next? Okay. Scrap trying to produce rubber 30. So rubber is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at our Tinker's workbench. So we're going to go craft. Down to bulk, go to the R section. So to bulk 1 rubber, we need 2 plastic and 10 raw rubber. You're going to need 3 of them, so you bulk 3 rubber, and then you scrap them. That's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this weekly challenge. It's for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people that just like to do things quick and easy, right? And you can definitely do it that way. Probably one of the best spots for rubber in game is right up here in Grafton. So let's pop up here today. Go to Grafton. Alright, so we're going to go right to the school gymnasium, which is right over here. I'll have to kill this super mutant. Gonna go right in here.
It's Grafton Day in Grafton.
And there's going to be all kinds of basketballs here. We pick up 1 basketball. As we see, 1 basketball gives us 3 rubber. We open up these doors here. There's a couple of kickballs here. We pick that up. We check a kickball. Again, 3 rubber. So this is probably one of the best spots for rubber. Hands down, best spots. Let's go ahead and collect it all here. All right. Let's head back to our camp where it's a little quieter. You can go to any workbench, train station, someone else's camp, whatever you want to do to scrap this stuff, okay? We're just heading back to our camp. Of course, we spawned in Grafton Day event. Yeah, let's run up here. Let's go ahead and scrap this stuff here. Passed it, didn't we? Basketballs. There we go. Scrap trying to produce rubber. 30 for 30, done. Nice. Nice. Let's actually store all this junk away here. There we go. Nice. Alright, what's next here? Oh, and I did forget to mention, actually. Yeah, I did forget to mention. I do have a little bit more score going on because I do have a 50% boost, okay, as you can see. And of course, I always talk about it there, but some people know about it by now. But just in case you don't, 25% of that I claim off the current season 19 season pass on 3 pages, 5%, 10%, additional 10%. And of course, if you watch our daily challenge video, I took a score booster drink, and that's how it popped up to 50%, just in case you guys are wondering, okay? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and we'll complete an event 3. If you take a look at the description, there's a link to a video called Complete Events for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. It is all time-stamped. Good portion of those events we spawn in ourselves. Now you can spawn in events on public servers and private ones. You guys have seen me do both, okay? And just those are just for the times where, you know, we've all been on those servers that for some reason there's nothing really going on, and the events, some of the events that are popping up are ones that we just don't want to do, okay? So you saw us spawn in Grafton Day ourselves, all right? So let's see what else we got. Dogwood Die-Off. What else we got here? Enclave event. Breach and clear, probably. Yeah, breach and clear. Alright, so let's pop up here to Grafton. We're actually going to go to Grafton Station, as the Grafton monster is probably on the south side of Grafton. And as you saw, we had spawned this one in ourselves. Now when you come here, you can either spawn in Protest March or Grafton Day. Both of them are fairly quick to do. So I just kind of want to get in this area before the Grafton monster gets killed by one of those super mutants. Make sure we get credit for it. Right, where's our boy at here? It's on the other side, okay.
Grafton's mayor with a priority message. It's Grafton Day! Again! The Grafton monster and his robot handlers are on parade. Friends, everyone loves a parade. Well, not the Grafton monster. He gets grumpy. That's why he has...
Oh, he's on the other side of the building. Wow. Huh. So as long as you're within the area, so let's say you're brand new to the game, okay? And you come here, Grafton Day is going on. You don't even have to shoot at the Grafton monster. If it gets killed by the super mutants that are around, you'll get credit for it if you're still within that area. So just an FYI, if that ever happens to you. Blowholes. Oh my lord! Wow. He is not fooling around today, is he? Got him. What in the world? Who's shooting at me here? Oh, this guy. There we go. There's Grafton Day. Yeah, he was like jumping off the old top rope there. Face down now, though. Good for him. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. I'm not going to bother with Dogwood Die-Off. Let's go down here. We'll do something nice and easy. Voltec Agricultural Research Center. You know, let's try to spawn in fertile soil. Let's try to do that one. Something nice and easy. You know, you can make these as easy or hard as you want, right? There you go, fertile soil. And we spawned in here. Lock and load this puppy.
And take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
Alright, so this is a really good spot if you're like lower level. These robots are a good source of lead, steel, aluminum, okay? So you can go through that little fun house there if you so wish. But we're just here to do the event, but if you just want to do the event, you can make yourself to the roof. You can just walk up these stairs. You don't need a jetpack to get up here. And we're just going to come in from the roof here.
center and get
But if you do have the time and if you do need...
farmhand targeting
Oh, look at
perimeter.
that. Some armor that needs to be
That's people
repaired.
safe in the area. Be careful.
Take a look at that for a second. Here we go. That's what I meant to do. Go. Let's pop down here now. Love it. Alright, let's go ahead here and go to our little terminal. There we go, there's another event done, nice and easy as I mentioned. Again, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want, okay, but, you know. Alright, let's go somewhere else here. Breach and clear, that could be pretty long. So let's go to Mount Blair train yard, see if we can spawn in BattleBot.
Returning to normal operations.
Good job, boys. Stuff, BattleBot, baby, oh yeah.
Unauthorized presence detected near Mount Blair train yard. Rioting will not be tolerated. All-right mining company
Fusion core.
protocols have been engaged. Security units on site.
Let's get this guy here.
Zero consequences. This will be your only
Now don't forget the bunker card, we're gonna need that. It's going to explode here in a minute, there you go. Let's grab everything but those security protocols. Get this guy in the old thruster. Drop him like a bag of dirt there. Don't forget that card. Alright. So even though it's in the area that it's in, it's real easy, okay? So if you did this one before, these doors usually stay open, but it won't let you progress. You still kind of have to go through the paces, okay? What I highly recommend is you just walk, don't run, okay? Now when you activate these, you don't have to watch the card slide down. So basically you just walk up to it, you just activate, you walk to the side, get to the side, and you just spam the other side here real quick. It's only like 3 or 4 seconds or something like that. But once you do it a couple times, it's very easy, but don't stand there and watch the card slide down. Right, and then there we go, there's our master shutdown, done. That's as easy as it gets. Seriously. Super easy. I'm overweight. Ah, a lot of junk on me there. Alright. What's next? Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to head back to our camp here real quick. And we'll do the next one. Before we head out again. Alright, back in the old camp here. Scrap a pipe gun 20. Okay, so pipe guns are plans you can learn early on in game. Okay, so if we go to our weapons workbench here, and we go craft. So we go down here to pipe guns. So you can craft these right at level 1. Okay. Now I would say between the pipe revolver, the bolt action pistol is where it's at, because you can see they don't cost a lot of material. Okay. Now, we can find pipe guns off of enemies. However, you have to keep in mind that has changed since December 3rd, 2024 update. So the drop rate for not only weapons in general and armor has significantly been reduced. Okay, so before we used to be able to go to places in around the forest, okay, right down here, even going after these scorched, sometimes these super mutants here, the guys up here, and even the guys over here in Morgantown Airport, those scorched, they usually have pipe weapons on them. Like, I mean a lot, okay? But that has been reduced quite significantly, okay? So I can see a lot of people even re-rolling this one just because of that reduction. We can find pipe weapons down, one here at Somerville's docks in the main building. I believe there are a couple down through Flatwoods, just kind of laying around in general. But your best way to complete this particular challenge is to just craft them and then scrap them, okay? And I believe, let me see here. Yeah, I believe I had re-rolled for this one, and it was the collect caps. All right, so that's the one I decided to go with. So let's go ahead, go to our weapons workbench here. And it's going to be a little while, but this is probably the best way to do it. We're just going to craft a bunch of these level 1s here. 20. Okay, again, it looks like a lot of requirements. There's only like one of each, except for the screws, okay, and the steel. And then we're going to scrap them. This is what I suggest. Unless you have the time, again, it all depends on how much time you have in the week. Some people can only play maybe once or twice a week, okay? And there we go. Scrap a pipe gun, 20 for 20. Just like that. Let's scrap this stuff while we're here. There we go. Make a little bit of room. Throw her in here. There we go. But yeah, I would say if doing it this way is probably a lot better. Unless you have the time, of course. Alright. What's next? Collect RadAway or Rad-X 15. So a couple different ways we can do this. RadAway and Rad-X, usually ghouls will carry RadAway and Rad-X. I'm not saying every ghoul will, but every, second or third one will for sure. There's the upper lower parking lot west of Vault 76. There's about 4 or 5 of them down here in Alpine River Cabins. Just walking the streets of Morgantown, we'll come across a little patch of 4 to 6 ghouls every other block. Inside Eastern Regional Penitentiary. The lower section of Clarksburg going over into the shooting club. Right here in the Charleston Capitol building, the DMV building. Down here in Lewisburg. So again, ghouls are a good source of RadAway and Rad-X, okay? Another good source is in around human enemies such as cultists. I find a pretty good spots here in Point Pleasant. The cultists themselves will usually have stim packs on them, but we'll find RadAway and Rad-X just kind of laying around, and it's a pretty decent spot. Even down here, the Gilman Lumber Mill, we might find 1 or 2 down there as well. All right, and even over here at the Morgantown Airport and the runway, or at the arrival section on the outside, there might be some bags of RadAway and Rad-X along there as well. Now we can buy RadAway and Rad-X from the medical dispensers. Medical dispensers we can find at all train stations. You can find down here at the White Spring Mall. You find down here at Nuka World on Tour. Right over here at the trading post. But the only thing you got to remember is those medical dispensers, their inventories are tied together. So if you clear one out, they'll all be cleared out until the next day. All right. But for this particular one, because how it's 15. I recommend just crafting it yourself, okay? So we are going to need a chemistry workbench here. So of course we can get a chemistry workbench very early on in game, okay? And the way we do that is most people, when they come out of Vault 76, they come right down here to Flatwoods. You go down to the tavern, there'll be a couple of little kiosks there. And basically you interact with the kiosk to become a responder, and you'll get the chemistry workbench. All right, at the end of those 2 little quests there. And usually right here in Morgantown Station, there's actually a chemistry workbench inside the station, but the plan, I would say a very high chance, I would say anywhere from 75 to 90% of the time, the plan is right on the floor next to that chemistry station. So that's a real good spot there, okay? Let's go to our chemistry station here. Now RadAway and Rad-X, we're going to go down here to healing. Now we can't craft Rad-X itself. We can only craft Rad-X diluted, okay? But even if you had Rad-X diluted times 2, so 1 Rad-X bottle and 2 purified water. To make RadAway diluted times 2, 2 purified water and 1 RadAway, okay? And there's a couple perk cards that will help us out here when we're doing this. If you go under intelligence, it'll be called chemist. Chemist, you get double the quantity when you craft chems. So definitely apply that bad boy. And anytime you are crafting anything, which we will be definitely doing, under luck, we do have the super duper perk card. And again, even if you don't have a level 3, if you have a level 1 or level 2, definitely apply. It's only going to help you. But this level 3, when you craft anything, there's a 30% chance you'll get double results. Let's go ahead and apply that bad boy. We'll go back to the chemistry station here. And go down here to healing. And what the chemist perk card does, as you can see there, instead of 2, it's 4 diluted. Same thing with the RadAway. Instead of 2, it's 4. But it's the same requirements as if we were crafting 2. And that's the chemist perk card. Alright? So I don't have any RadAway, let's go ahead. We're going to craft some RadAway here. Let's craft 5 of them. There we go. Like RadAway or Rad-X, 15 for 15. Now, super duper perk card did not kick in that time. Again, it's only a 30% chance for the 3-star. But just an FYI, sometimes that happens. Let's put our perk card back here before we forget. This way. There we go. Let's get something to drink and eat here real quick. There we go. All right. What's next here, Jim? All right. Sell a weapon to an NPC vendor 15. So a couple of ways we can do this. Again, as I mentioned, you can go ahead and craft weapons if you so wish at your weapons workbench, okay? And what I showed during our daily challenge video is we actually craft throwing knives. We go to our weapons workbench here and we go craft. Go down here to throw weapons. So these throwing knives is a default plan you learn right at the very beginning of the game. So everyone should be able to craft a throwing knife as long as they have the steel for it, right? So just an FYI. Let's go ahead. We're going to craft 10 of them. Okay. And then you can craft some other weapons if you so wish, but I wouldn't really bother because, you know, the throwing knives are just so cheap, okay? And you can go after some enemies if you so wish. You can check out those spots that I mentioned, where you can get some weapons that are just kind of laying around. One good spot is right here at the suspension bridge at the Somerville Dam. On each side of the bridge, there'll be a shotgun. Right up here in Helvetia and the White Church, on your way up to the steeple, there'll be a shotgun laying on a box next to a chair. Down here, Somerville's docks in the main building, there'll be a pipe gun down there. And there'll be, I think there's usually a couple weapons down here through Flatwoods as well. And you can just go around and have some fun and just kill a bunch of cultists or blood eagles or, you know, mole miners, what have you, and get a bunch of weapons that way, right? So let's head somewhere here. Let's go down to the good old trading post here. Just because it's in the area. Now, another thing we can do is we can utilize the legendary exchange. And so these legendary exchanges are also considered NPC vendors. Let's go ahead and use it here. We have this Gourmand's black powder pistol, which I don't plan on using. So let's go ahead and sell him. All right, see how that counts? Sell a weapon to an NPC vendor. Nice. And then what you can do is you can buy it back, but I wouldn't really recommend a 3-star. I recommend maybe like a 1-star. And that way there, it only costs you like maybe 5 or 10 scripts. So you're not wasting too much script to it. But I just kind of wanted to show you how the legendary exchange machine, how you can utilize that if you have like a 1-star, like a little knife or something you don't plan on using. All right, so just an FYI there. All right, and of course the other NPC vendors, as I mentioned, is that basically any robot at any train station, any robot vendor at the White Spring Mall. So down here at the north entrance, you can use the front door entrance if you so wish, but it's just an additional loading screen. We have the robot vendor in the White Church in Flatwoods. We have good old Duchess up here in the Wayward. We have robot vendor Resin over here at the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. And usually, you know, we have the traveling merchant, which we find around the wasteland. Sometimes they're in our camp. Okay. So let's go down to the White Spring Mall. We'll use the north entrance. We'll go right inside to the mall there. Alright, so our daily challenge video, we actually sold those things, those throwing knives to good old Frederick there. We are going to need some more throwing knives though. Let's craft some more throwing knives. Shall we? Because we can. There we go. Sell it to someone else here. Good old Helena.
Come in. This is Orm. I'm afraid we've been picked to
There you go, sell a weapon to an NPC vendor. Done, just like that. Easy. Alright, what's next? Okay, we're getting her done here now. Nice. Nice. Let's go ahead and kill insects 30. Many great spots we can find insects in around the wasteland. There are a couple in around like stingwings right down through here. This area right here, right next to the snake here. There's a couple that are floating around there. There's a couple right around here in between the Big B's rest stop and the treetops. There's a lot of them up here at Aaronhold Homestead. The upper section of the New River Gorge Bridge, so either the west or the east, you can go there and just go the upper section. Quite a few over here at the New River Gorge Resort. Just to name a couple spots. Let's go to Aaronhold Homestead, shall we? And again, if you have a couple of grenades, if you bring your favorite weapon, whatever you want to do. So we're not going to go through Aaronhold Homestead itself because there's a bunch of mongrels through there. We're just going to head this way a little bit to the east. Now, bee swarms are also considered insects, okay? So we do have a couple of bee swarms over here. And when you, there'd be a couple of honey hives here too. When you gather honey from a honey hive, there'll be some bee swarms that come out at you. Now, another option is, this is a pretty good option actually, go after honeybees, okay? So right here, there are 3 of them. Just south of the Middle Mountain Pit Stop. So there's 3 right in this section here. I wouldn't recommend killing the honeybees, but just agitate them enough where they squirt out those bee swarms at you and just kill the bee swarm. So you can actually kind of complete this just by having a little bit of fun. And usually right up here, just north of this little flower, there'll be like a little indentation inside of the mountain. There's usually a couple insects up there and usually from 1 to 3 honeybees. So you can do the same thing up there if you so wish. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to kill these bee swarms here so you can see how they count. There we go. Four insects there. Nice. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab some honey here. So there's our bee swarm there, as you can see. Sometimes they'll come around to the other side there and flank you. And there we go. There's a couple on the inside here. Oh, they're right there. Nice. So look at that. Just in this one, this one little location, okay? And of course we have this huge field here. There's all kinds of great insects in around here. I recommend going for the torso because torsos are the largest part of the enemy. And these insects can be pretty small, so if you're going for a leg or a head, you might be just whiffing by them, okay? Nice. Sometimes there's one guy in here. Oh, more rat today, I guess. A little dramatic there, isn't he? I think that's pretty much it. I think the most I ever got here one time, it was last year, it was like 19 insects. It was a good time. Real good time. Alright, let's go down here. New River Gorge Resort. Let's pop over here. There's going to be some ghouls here as well. If you go from the main building, and we're going to go right down through this path here. And again, torso is probably the best bet for these guys. Just right down this way, there'll be some more. Right over this way here. We're again just going around this main building here. I think that's it. All right. So that's actually pretty decent. Just those couple little spots there. 26 of 30, so that's pretty decent. We just need 4 more, so let's go ahead. We're going to stick to the bridge. I'm just going to, again, just the upper section will do. Again, there'll be ghouls here also, but it'll be fine. Not just fine, Jim. More than fine. Blood plugs here. Okay, so there should be 2 more a little bit further down here. And actually, there's a syringer in here talking about weapons, pipe weapons. Syringer is considered a pipe weapon, so there's a syringer in here. This is a natural spawn for that bad boy. See if we can make this jump here. Nice. Good job, Jim. Not too far away, maybe. There we go, he's stuck inside the concrete there. I'll take it though. 30 for 30 done. Sweet. What's next, Jim? What do we got, bud? Kill Blood Eagle 30, so we do have a couple of them done already. Of course, we did it during our daily challenge video. In terms of Blood Eagles, we're looking for this particular icon right here. In terms of the forest area, nice and squishy guys, we have the Crosshair, Twin Pine Cabins, Hunter's Ridge. Good old Blood Eagle Alley here, starts down here at the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox, Pigsty, Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp, Bloody Franks, Crimson Prospect, just to name a few spots there for you guys, okay? The Bounty. Alright, so let's, Roland's Labor Camp. Do we usually do that one? Let's go down to the Sludge Works here today. Part of Blood Eagle Alley. And again, nothing real special. Just bring your favorite weapon, bring a couple grenades or Molotovs, you know, to help you. Whatever you want to do. Just have fun, you know? It's all about fun in the wasteland. There's going to be a Slayer up here, so we got to be careful of him. Or her. Whoever it is that's in the power armor suit. A spotter over there. there. Where you at, buddy? That Slayer there forgot their power armor suit. I don't think it would have helped them anyway. Alright. What's next here? Where are we going to go next? Widow's Perch. Kill box. Let's go up a little bit further. We usually go to those places. Let's go to South Cutthroat Camp. We haven't been here for a little while. We were here the other day with our low-level player, so let's pop in here with the higher level guy here. See what happens. Pick up grenades, you can just kind of throw them in there and, you know, reduce their... There's usually a Slayer in here as well. There he is right there. Make sure you take care of him. He's got usually a powerful weapon on them, like an ultrasight laser. What am I caught on here? Oh. I don't really need this ammo. I got all kinds of this ammo. One more person around? Where is I? Oh, it's a dog. Good old Rover. Oh, no, there's buddy right there. Say, get him, Rover. Get him. Alright. One Hail Mary attempt there. We only need a couple more. 3 more. We'll go down here to... where are we at here? Widow's Perch. There's only 3 or 4 of them down here, so let's pop over here. Go. Let's lock and load. Nice. Just like that. Super easy. Yeah, that little fusion core there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. High powered magnet. Hot dog. Thanks. Use one of those. What's next? One more. Cripple Mirelurk Slim 30. So again, we did start this during the daily challenge video. Again, we could find some Mirelurks in mini great spots and around the wasteland. Toxic dried lake bed. River Gorge Resort. Isle River Adventures. Summersville. So again, Summersville used to be a hotspot for Mirelurks, but there's still 3 here today. 2 of them down by the river, and 1 a little bit further down by a ghoul. So there's still 3 of them here that are the last remnants of these guys that used to be in that burnt book house. Alright, FYI. Lake Reynolds. A little bit more of a challenge. Where are we at here? Vault 94. Quarry X3. Hemlock Springs Dump. Slumber Mill Motel. Good stuff. Alright, so let's go up here. Toxic dried lake bed it is. Will pop up here. Now, we did kill 3 of them up here. I don't think they would have spawned in yet because I believe we're on the same server, but we'll see what happens here. Oh, they're back. Good stuff. So again, we can also see their little buddies that we were here earlier. Okay, the little piles of meat there, whatever. So what are we going to do to them here? Cripple Mirelurk Slim. So you can almost basically shoot at them. It's not real particular what part of the Mirelurk we have to cripple. Okay, now you can do that. Free aim, nothing wrong with that. Or you can use VATS. When you use VATS as a perk card that will help you out. It's under perception. It's called Concentrated Fire. Allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. Okay. Now I find Mirelurks a little hard to cripple because they do have that shell on them. So I recommend just kind of going for the head. And we will definitely kind of go after each guy here. If I can get them. Go. So those are those three there. There'll be three more right down here. Oh, they're in battle right now. Try to kill them before that Rat Scorpion does. Sometimes there's a Rat Scorpion, sometimes there's a Snallygaster here. Rat Scorpion here today. So there's usually three of them here, but it looks like they're in combat already, unfortunately. Oh, there's a guy right here. Nice. Bunch of pre-war food if you're looking for pre-war food up here. Pre-war food. Alright, let's go to the next spot here. Let's go to New River Gorge Resort. Back here again. We're going to avoid the resort altogether and just make our way down the road to the swimming pool area. So again, we were just here for our insects. We're going to go around this way for our Mirelurks this time. Swimming pool area is just out back. Maybe the odd ghoul or two as well, so just to keep an eye out for them. Just shoot these guys in the head. Probably your best bet there. Okay, so there's three of them right here, swimming pool area. So we're gonna keep going here. And there'll be a house. This one right here, so you can't access this. You have to go through the little crawl space or basement area, because you can still kind of hear their pitter-patter of their feet. We're still hidden anyway. If you have a jetpack, you can always make your way to the roof. Right on. Right, so two of them in there, nice. Alright, let's go to the next spot here. Ohio River Adventures, let's pop over here. Now there'll be a guy here for raiders, fish bones. For some reason I can't get it to activate with this high level character. I do remember playing it a little while ago, like a long time ago. But if you're able to get it in, and him actually work with you, there'll be a bunch of Mirelurks that kind of pop in that you have to kill, so that'll kind of add to that count, okay? But just keep in mind that the residents inside there will also be killing them as well, so just an FYI. Alright, so we do have these Mirelurk eggs here, so we can either pick them up or they explode. When they explode, there'll be little hatchlings that pop out, and the hatchlings are also count as Mirelurks. Okay, so there's our little boy there. Right, so you see how that counted? So this is a real good spot, actually. I think he went in the water. Hello, buddy. Burp. Yeah, it's a pretty decent that you can do that with these guys. He died in the blast of the guy. And there's one little patch of eggs just over here. Yeah, right there. There we go. Fortunately, a couple were destroyed there. Okay. So that's actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we got what? 25 or 30. Pretty decent, eh? So we only need 5 more. Let's go down here to Lake Reynolds. And there'll be 4 of them down here. And we'll pop back up to Summersville and they'll show you those 3. The 3 that are usually kind of overlooked nowadays because people just don't bother going there anymore. Unless they're going there for burnt books to reset their game, but there'll be 4 of them here. These guys are no match for this weapon. Not at all. Oh, you guys got Rad-X on them. Interesting. And a weapon. Alright. So let's pop back up here to good old Summersville. And we'll show you the 3 that are down by the river. For the 3 that are down here, they are submerged or partially submerged. So they only pop out when you get close enough. So back in the day, I would say almost 2 years ago, this house, with the burnt books, used to be filled with Mirelurks and the little graveyard next to it and the river's edge, but not any longer. But there's still 3 Mirelurks here today, and it's something that's usually kind of overlooked. But again, you do have to come down here for them to kind of pop out. So there they are right there, as you can see. There's one guy, the other guy right down there. Charge this baby up there and it'll just kind of pop out your own there. There we go. Then the 3rd one is right down here next to a ghoul. There's our ghoul there. There's our boy there. Nice. And I think we're done. We're done our weeklies. Let's check. We are just like that. Perfect. Let's head back to our camp. We'll go over weapon of the day here. Not too bad. A couple with to go after quite a few of them, so that's actually a little bit better timing than I thought it was going to be. Alright, weapon of the day. This bad boy right here, the Quad Night Terror Suppressed Gauss Rifle. Plus 300% ammo capacity, plus 50% chance to hit a target in VATS, minus 25% action point cost, plus 40% armor penetration, bullets explode for 15% weapon damage, and it is a beast, as you guys have saw. It is a quad, VATS enhanced, VATS optimized. True shielded barrel, true stock perforating capacitors, say that 3 times fast, long scope. Suppressor, awesome looking night terror paint. Can't remember where I even got this from, but still like it. 288 damage, 2mm EC, and it is charging, as you guys can tell. And the 2mm EC is extremely heavy. It weighs a lot. Again, nothing real special for the perk card, just a rifle. That's all it is. Under Perception Rifleman, Expert Rifleman, Master Rifleman, all maxed out. We have good old Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, Evasive, White Knight, Adrenaline. These random luck cards that activate from the left-hand side when they're being randomly activated. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. I'm very happy with these ones. I've had them for quite some time, and they are all maxed out. Alright. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost Primus, Corin Van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John DJ59. Thank you all so very much. and I hope you all have a nice day.